I want to share my thoughts on the NBA Finals. Like the excruciating wait is finally over. Not so much for the Heat because they've been playing. It feels like the Nuggets have not played in a month. But the NBA Finals are finally here. It may not be the matchup that anybody expected, or maybe anybody actually wanted outside of Colorado and South Florida. But you ask me, it's a damn good matchup. A damn good matchup between two damn good teams. Just don't tell Vegas that, or anybody betting this series, or any of the lava spewers on social. Because if you ask any of these people, the series is already over. Depending on where you look this morning, Denver is going off at minus 400, minus 425, even minus 460 to rip the Larry O, which to me is pretty wild. It's kind of insane. It makes Denver one of the biggest NBA Finals favorites ever. And they're a whopping 9-point favorite for Game 1 at home tonight. And nobody is giving Miami any chance anywhere. Nobody is giving Miami a chance. So where have I heard that before? Where have I heard all of this before? Listen, I understand it. I get it. I've been saying it, and I've been saying this Denver Nuggets team is incredible. I've been saying, and not yesterday either, but for several weeks, that this is the best Nuggets team ever, with the best player in the world, playing his best basketball in the world right now. They're big, they can shoot it, they can run, they can defend, they have depth, they have it all. They've got a great head coach. There's a reason why they're the best team in the NBA, and they're the 1 seed. There's a reason why they sank the purple and gold Titanic in 4 straight. That's why they're here. They're the best team in the league, period. This is why they're an enormous favorite. But I just want to make sure we all realize that the Heat have heard all of this before. Many times. Everybody has been telling the Heat that they're not good enough the entire playoff run. Everybody wants to remind the Heat they almost missed the playoffs altogether. That they lost their play-in game. That they were losing their second play-in game with 3 minutes to go. Miami's heard all of it. In fact, that's all Miami has heard. Yet all Miami has done is win. The Heat have been the heavy underdog since the first round. Nobody thought they were going to beat the hell out of the Celtics, even when they were beating the hell out of the Celtics. And then nobody believed they could go to Boston and win a Game 7. And now nobody believes they have any shot in the NBA Finals. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. There is one pretty important person who does not see the Nuggets as the favorite in this series. Let me repeat that. There is one very important person who does not see the Nuggets as the favorite in this series, and that would happen to be the best player in the series, Nikola Jokic. There are no favorites in the finals, just like there is no failure. There is no failure
in sports.
There is no failure in sports. There are no favorites in the finals. My man, there's being humble, there's being classy, there's being respectful, and then there's that nonsense. There are no favorites. Really, go to Vegas and tell me there are no favorites. Go to any betting website you want right now. I prefer DraftKings, but go to any website and tell me there are no favorites. Jump on Twitter and tell them that there are no favorites. Not to completely contradict the best player in the world. Not to completely contradict the 2-time MVP, but actually, there is always a favorite in the finals. If by there are no favorites in the finals, you mean that there's always a favorite in the finals, then I would agree, big fella. You're right. There are no favorites in the finals. Except you are the clear favorite. The clear favorite. I'm not saying that Denver shouldn't be the favorite. I'm saying the opposite. You should. You'll just never catch me sleeping on Heat culture. But that doesn't mean that Denver should not be favored. It doesn't even mean that Denver should not be heavily favored. They are, for a good reason. They're a 1 seed with the best player in the world on 10 full days of rest, playing an 8 seed that barely survived the East and still is not quite at full strength. Although Tyler Hero, and by the way, you know what that guy is, don't you? More than a sandwich.
A hero is more than a sandwich.
No, you did not, Jax. Although Tyler Hero is more than a sandwich and also could eventually play some role in this series, if he's more than a sandwich, why hasn't Ike given him his own sandwich?
A hero is more than a sandwich.
A sandwich is more than a hero.
A hero is more than a sandwich.
Oh, my bad. Anyway, my point, the hell if I know what his point is. My point is the Nuggets are absolutely a favorite. They absolutely should be a favorite. And no offense to the Joker or the Heat. Then again, it's hard to take what the Joker says at the podium too seriously when the dude can't even admit, this is my favorite. The only thing better than him saying, there are no such things as favorites in the finals. He won't even admit that he's the best player, not in the world, not in this series, but not on his own team. The man is so humble, he seriously went full-blown word salad on the single easiest question ever. Are you the best player on the Nuggets? Garrett Cole can't believe that response. He just took the easiest question ever and made it seem like somebody asked him to split the atom.
But it's hard to say because...
let's not get into that just yet. Yeah, it's kind of tough to say. You know, I don't know. There's lots of good players on this team. Yeah, it's really not for me to say. I don't know, bro. You did win the MVP award twice in a row. You could have won it 3 times in a row. You've been absolutely unstoppable. You average essentially a triple-double per night in the postseason. Yeah, I think here comes a hot take. Get ready for it. You're the best player on that team, Joker. There, I said it. How you like me now? I said it.
But,
am I viral?
It's hard to say. Because,
am I going viral? Are people looking at me? My man. This dude is so humble. He can't even say he's the best player on his own team. Let me make this very, very easy for you, dude, because you're such an awesome dude. You are, in fact, the best player on that team. Period. Blanket statement. Period. You are the best player on the Nuggets. Wait for it, Joker. There's more. You are the best player in the association. Wait, big dude. You are the best player in this series. You are the best player in the world. You are one of the best players ever. Even when Jamal Murray goes unconscious and his sneakers catch fire, like he's in NBA Jam, and he starts to hit every single shot, Jokic is still the best player on the Nuggets. Because it's probably Jokic assisting or facilitating or creating the space for those makes. It's still Jokic absorbing the focus of the defense and always making the right basketball play. It's always about the big fella. Always. Himmy Buckets, no less an authority than Himmy Buckets, made it clear yesterday that the Heat are, of course, fully aware of all the things that I am saying. What is the key to slowing down Jokic, keeping him out of the arena? Himmy Buckets is also Himmy Bangers, apparently, or Jimmy Jukebox. The dude is just all about the tunes. Last series, he hit us with the Alicia Keys, and everything's going to be all right. I mean, first it was stressful as hell. But after all the butt clenching, everything did turn out all right.
Everything's gonna be all right.
And Himmy's got the right tune again, because if there ever was a major key, it's
Major key alert.
Nikola Jokic. Major key alert. And it's absolutely going to take the entire team to stop him. It's going to take the entire Heat culture to stop the Joker. But would it really be all that surprising if that were to happen? How many times do you have to be impressed by the Heat to actually be impressed by the Heat? Full stop. I'm just sick of everybody, and I'm not saying that they're not going to lose this series. And I'm not saying that it's not going to happen maybe in 5 games. Maybe. I'm just saying play the bleeping series. How many times do you have to be impressed by the Heat to actually be impressed by the Heat? How many times do these guys have to shock the world before the world stops being shocked? How many times do we have to learn not to disrespect Heat culture or take it for granted? All right, and I'm not talking out of both sides of my mouth. I'm just saying put some respect on them and let's go ahead and play the series. I'm not saying that Denver's not the favorite. I'm not saying that I don't expect them to win, because I do. But here's what you will never, ever catch me doing. Telling you that the Miami Heat do not have a chance, or that we're wasting our time in even playing the series, or that the series is already over. Miss me with that bullcrap. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell to be the first to know when we do upload a new video.